Hey everyone, Harris here with iDownload Blog. So I have all the new iPhones, the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, and of course the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'm excited to start using all of these and to bring you content. Let me know what you want to see, but in this video I want to cover the best features, the main reasons you might want to upgrade to these devices. So let's get ready for an optimistic video. Top 10 or so features of the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. And just a warning, a lot of these are going to be camera related. But starting out with number one, it's not camera related, but it's actually battery. So the first thing is that the battery life is just so much better on these two phones. There's a more battery friendly chip inside of these phones for the processor, but on top of that we do have slightly increased battery sizes, and that combination brings up to 4 hours more battery life on the iPhone 11 Pro versus the iPhone XS, and up to 5 hours more on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is awesome. Like, this thing should last all day. But on top of that, Apple finally gives you a fast charger. You know how the previous iPhones were fast charge capable, but Apple didn't give you that fast charger. Now they do. You have a USB-C charger in the box with a USB-C to Lightning cable, the same thing that you would use on an iPad, wall charger anyway, not USB-C. That's the last remaining step, but battery and charging is going to be so much better with these iPhones. Next, of course, it's the triple camera layout. 3 cameras on here is awesome, and it may seem like overkill, but it really adds a lot to what you can do in the camera. So just quickly, the cameras themselves, you can get a standard shot that you're used to. You can get the 2x zoom shot that you're probably also used to if you've been using iPhones for the last couple years, but then it also gives you a wide angle, which I think is the cooler of the two different alternate angle shots, but you can get both. And what's really cool is that the view angle will show you the wider shot that you can get, so you can kind of figure out if that is right for you, and you can switch between them easily. Next, because of this, portrait mode just got better. So you can use portrait mode in the same way you could use it on the iPhone 10 and 10s and a lot of phones recently, but that was always that 2x zoom. It was really cropped in. Now you can use it with the wide angle to get a wider shot, or really just a standard zoom shot of your portrait photos, and this means that you don't have to be so far away from your subject when you're taking pictures. This is really, really cool. I'm glad this is here. I know in the past I've wanted to take portrait mode pictures, but I just couldn't because I was too close to my subject and I didn't have room to move back. Now you can take your portrait mode pictures much closer than you could before, and this is great. Portrait mode has also just been improved in general for much cleaner shots and better subject awareness, and so portrait mode is definitely better on these phones. Again, in the cameras, there's a really cool quick video capture. So when you're in the standard photo mode, like you're going to take a picture, just like on Snapchat, they basically stole this from Snapchat, but whatever, you can hold down the camera shutter and it will start a video, and you can drag it to the right and it will lock the video, again, exactly like Snapchat. So if you use Snapchat, you know what this is all about. Or you can drag it to the left to capture a rapid shutter to capture your moment. So this is really great. You don't have to go into the video mode to capture video. Next is the processor. Every year, this is one of the big reasons to get a new iPhone. The A13 processor and the Fusion processor on here is awesome. So Apple's really excited about this. The CPU and the GPU are really the fastest that we've ever seen in a smartphone. Year in, year out, this is a similar thing, but it's no different this year. We have 4 gigabytes of RAM on these two phones, and the performance is going to be amazing. The iPhone XS is still holding up very well, but in terms of gaming, augmented reality, virtual reality, all of these things, including Face ID, which is also software, but all of these things are going to be much quicker on the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, as well as the standard iPhone 11, but certainly performance is going to be amazing on these two devices. Next is water resistance. So the certification IP68 is the same, which means dust and water resistance, but now you can double the depth of which you can take your phone safely. I know that some people still had some water issues even with IP68 on the last iPhone, but now that you can take it up to 4 meters or 12 feet for a half hour of water, that's great. That's really, really impressive. I would say don't buy those ugly, hideous, not very functional water cases for the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. You certainly can, but this has a really good water resistance this year, as well as a more durable design in general, so you should be less susceptible to damage of these devices, which is great news. Next, the front camera has actually gotten a lot of improvements. It went up from 7 megapixels to 12 megapixels, 1080p video to 4K video, but now there's a lot more features. So you can do front-facing slow-mo, which will be really cool for depending on the kind of creative projects you do. If you just want to capture some silly front-facing slow-mo, that is something that you can definitely do. Additionally, if you tilt the phone sideways, you get a bit of a wide-angle front-facing camera. So the front-facing camera is really going to step up our narcissism in society, and we're really going to have awesome front-facing pictures and videos, and now slow-mo, so that's pretty cool on the front of your iPhone. Now the display, while it now has the same type of display as the iPhone XR had, which is the haptic touch display, which doesn't actually have that pressure sensitivity, but more is just that long press to enact the additional features. That's disappointing. But now the brightness has gone up about 22% maximum brightness from 625 nits to 800 nits maximum brightness capacity. So you should have a brighter display on these phones, which will be really helpful for outdoor environments or anytime they really need to crank up the brightness to see. Your display should be much more visible through and through. So for the same prices that the iPhone XS and XS Max came out at, these features are actually nice. You've got a new color and lots of new cameras, better performance, and in general, just a really, really impressive flagship phone. Is it worth the price over the iPhone 11, which is significantly cheaper? I don't know, but these are some of my favorite features of these new flagship phones. Let me know your favorite feature in the comments, and thanks for watching.